Hello, Hugo Reed. I don't know if you're watching these in order, but last week I read a book called Ruby's Birds, and it was about a little girl who becomes a bird watcher. And that combined with, I have a bird nest in my flower pot right outside my front door. And it has 4 little eggs in it. I discovered it about 4 days ago. And I've been watching it. Usually the mama bird's sitting on it, and of course I don't touch it or bother it. But when the mama bird flies away to get something, if I happen to be out there and see she's not in the nest, I peek in there and the eggs are still there. So it's sort of between that book about Ruby's Birds, and that's kind of made me interested in birds lately. So I even went to my public library and got this book, which I recommend. I'm still reading it, but this is a fun one. It's a thick book, but you can just read a page or two. It talks about different books, or different birds in it. So in the book Ruby's Birds, she talks about birds are hard to see but not hard to hear. So if you're wanting to start watching birds, listen and then look where you hear the sound, because if you're just looking, it's easy to miss them. So then I found this, this book is from our library, and this is a fun book because look, here's the binding. So you would think it would go like this, right? But this book goes this way, which is kind of unusual, and I thought that was pretty fun. So this is by Corey A. Tabor. Let's look inside. I don't know if those first title pages are sideways or, oh, it looks like they're this way too. So it's only giving us Corey A. Tabor's name, so what does that tell us? He's the author and illustrator, right? Get these a little close. Look how fun that is. One day, when Mama was away, Mel decided it was time to learn to fly. She'd been in the nest long enough. "Aren't you scared?" asked her sister Pin. "Yes," said Mel, "but I won't let that stop me." Look, she's high up, right? We can't even see the bottom of the tree. Oh, she's looking down. She looked down. "It sure is a long drop," said her brother Pip. "Well," said Mel, "I've got wings." Mel was scared, and it was a long drop. But today was the day she would fly. Look, she's bouncing up. She's doing a somersault and she's diving. "See you soon," she told her siblings. She jumped, she flipped, she spread her wings, and then she fell. There she goes. It says she told her siblings. Siblings are brothers and sisters, or brothers or sisters are called siblings. Mel fell and fell. Look, she's still going down. She's going past the owl nest now. The squirrels tried to catch her. They really did. They'd grown quite fond of those squeaky little chirpers upstairs. Look, they say, "Blast! Nuts! Oof! Aye!" But it was no use. They missed her by a whisker. Still going. That's a tall tree, isn't it? "Zzz, said the bees, but they barely slowed her down." Look, they're hanging on though, aren't they? "We will save you." They couldn't save her, could they? Even the spider lent a hand. 8 of them. Why do they say 8 of them? Because spiders have eight legs, right? Look, he's trying to hang on to her and he's on his web. And look here, the little fly is flying away saying, "I'm free." She went right through the spider nest and let the fly out, didn't she? She's still going down. But still Mel fell. Look, there's a little snail that says, "Do not fear, helpless little bird. I will catch you." Snails are a little slow, right? He even talks slow. He didn't catch her. Look, there go the ants. She fell and fell. The ants are trying to all reach out to catch her, but they couldn't get her. There she goes. Here comes a ladybug. Oh no! Oh, it looks like she's getting a little closer to the bottom because look, we can see some grasses down here. We haven't seen that yet. Splash! Oh my. Look, it even made the ladybug get rocked off her little ledge there. Where do you think Mel is? Ooh. Mel dived into the water. She snapped her beak and caught I'm sorry, when I'm reading way sideways, it's hard to see the words sometimes. She snapped her beak and caught a fat little fish. And then look right here, it says, turn the book. She kicked her legs, she wiggled her tail feathers and spread her wings, and then she flew. Look, she caught a fish and she went back up. They're called kingfishers, so they're fishing birds. Mel flew and flew. Up past the ants, up past the snail. Whoop, she went back up through the spider web, look. And look what the spider's saying. Yay! Clap, clap, clap. It's easy for it to clap a lot. It has all those hands. Think if you had 8 hands, you could do a lot of clapping. As Mel flew by, the spider clapped her hands, all 8 of them. The bees sang, huzzah, huzzah. Look, there go the bees. They're like, she made it. They're flying around her. Looks like they're trying to push her a little bit. I don't think she needs their help. What do you think? The squirrels raced her to the top. So they're seeing if they can get up faster than Mel flies. Look, there's the first owls. She went going, wow, what do you think they're thinking? Do you think they're thinking, we did not expect to see her go back by. We thought she fell. Mama was waiting when she got there. I flew, said Mel. Oh, but look what's going down. It says, I'm flying. Is that little fish flying? It's really falling, right? It's falling. But that would be as close as a fish would get to flying. Whoops. Look, Mama gives her a big hug. I knew you could, said Mama. I knew I could too, said Mel. This down here, look, it says, do not fear. Where's this? This is the snail talking, but we don't see it. Helpless little fish, I will catch you. Splash. Snail didn't catch the fish or the bird, did it? But she made it. And here is an author's note, so it tells us a little bit more about these birds. It says, Mel is a kingfisher. Kingfishers can fish by diving into the water from tree branches or wires. Many kingfishers nest in tunnels they dig in earthen banks near the water, while others nest in tree hollows. Some even live in old termite nests. A young kingfisher probably doesn't catch a fish the first time they leave the nest, but then Mel is a very special bird. So that's kind of fun. I don't know where kingfishers live. Well, this is kind of a fun picture. Look, it shows kind of the whole tree. Do you see the different animals up there that she goes by? I guess, yeah, it does show the whole thing. That's pretty fun. So there's something else to research. Where kingfishers live. Obviously they live near water, so probably none very close to us, because it looks like not fresh water. Well, fresh water, but not salt water. So not in the ocean, I would guess. You guys can look that up and see what you find. So I hope you get to do some bird watching. So when you're outside, listen, because it's amazing when you stop and listen for the birds how many you hear. I was just walking through the school parking lot yesterday and thought, wow, I just don't usually pay attention, but I heard all kinds of birds. So I'll be watching my little nest. I'm hoping for baby birds soon. I will see you later. Bye, Hugo Reed.